Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all having an awesome day or evening wherever you might be right now. We're returning to the southern mid-latitudes of Mars to a site I discovered in Terra Sirenum. Lots of anomalies there, guys and girls, disks, blocks, megaliths, you name it. This is going to be mind-blowing, so let's get cracking on. The high-rise photograph we're analyzing is called Dust Devil Dance, acquired on the 3rd of September 2020 at 24.9 centimeters per pixel. Really high-res photograph this, and I'm showing you images are cropped from this JP2 black and white map projected file. Just over 300 megabytes in size. There's a look at the terrain and this weird spot that we've got there. It's this huge dune field, and then the dust devil tracks around it. We're looking at the anomalies surrounding this very strange dune field. Courtesy of the high-rise team, we've got this artificial color photograph, and we can see the strange patterns that these dust devils have left in this terrain. Located right there, folks. At the time of this video, the high-rise photograph had not been loaded to Google Earth Mars yet. The Google team has a lot to catch up on. I wonder when they're going to start loading the newest photographs. But anyway, that site is located south of Terra Sirenum at 42 degrees 59 minutes south, 163 degrees 13 minutes west. We'll have a look at some of the other anomalies around this area as well. There it is, folks, the first disk. This one's about 10 meters in diameter, and it's got this strange raised area right there in its center. And then this rectangular part at the back, which corresponds to this item in the center. And then in front of it, a small circular item. This looks almost like some type of craft, covered in sand and dust over here to the one side. So if we draw a line through the center, we've got some symmetry and geometry with this object. Check at the flat side at the back, and then the disk. It's also convex in shape. So could that be some type of craft? There's another disk. This one's about 14 meters across, and also if we draw a line through the center, we've got symmetry and geometry going on there too. We've got a small protrusion dome-like feature here to the front, and then in line with it, this rectangular raised part at the back, and it's got this circular indentation there, and then towards the back, that there looks like another sphere. Rather weird. It's also covered in sand and dust over here to the one side. Most of the discs I've shown you, guys and girls, in the past seem to have impacted the surface from the bottom right to the top left, and they always elevated here to the right hand side. It's a rather strange phenomenon. There's another weird disc-like anomaly there. That one's about 8 meters across, and the small dome on it is about 3 meters in diameter. Look at the perfect dome-like object there right in its center, and then it looks like it's got openings over here on the one side. Another disc, and this one's got smaller parts arranged around it in a circular pattern. That bright disc there is about 8 meters in diameter. Check at the smaller parts here arranged in a circular pattern there to the top left. And also it's elevated off the surface on the right hand side, and it's lying on what looks like some type of metallic debris. Look at the way it's bent up. Right, and we're looking at a small disc-shaped object on this quarter disc there. That piece there is about 10 meters across, and the small disc on it is about 4 meters in diameter. To get the perfect arc to this design, and then a symmetrical disc lying on the top corner there. Another one of these pumpkin seed shaped objects. So many of those on Mars as well. Right, then we're looking at a weird megalithic block, or perhaps a structure over there in the center of this image. That piece there is about 3 by 10 meters in size. Get the rectangular opening here on the side, and then it's got a V-shaped opening there. 90 degrees, straight edges as well. Seen a similar one. This I featured in my previous video from Argaea Planitia. So got this opening on that block, and that bright part there to the bottom right seems to be a common sort of feature as well. Right, then we're looking at something similar. This is also a weird piece. It's about 8 by 8 meters in size, and it's got a triangular flat smooth surface machined into the side. Get the uniform thickness to this object. And then here to the right, you've got a strange rectangular, almost like a cube protrusion on it. Get the 90-degree angles and straight edges to this thing. And then there to the left, got a strange object with a square flat area there, and right in its center it's got a small dome. I'd say that's about a half a meter to a meter across. And then there's another square block with a larger dome-like feature in its center lying next to it. Check it, this weird piece, that's about 15 meters long, and it's got a strange part on it. Look at the shape. I've seen a couple of these on Mars already as well. But right there in its center, folks. Very bright object. Strange part as well. That looks like another one of these strange gravestone markers or tombstone type anomalies. Not that they are, folks, they're just shaped like it. This piece is about 8 by 12 meters in size. Look at the parallel sides, the rounded part at the right hand side here, and in the center it's got something rather strange as well. Looks like a little square object there. Different type of material perhaps. Right there in its center, look how bright it is as well. Two more slabs. We've seen similar ones in the past as well. These are about 12 meters long, parallel to one another. Get the right angle there. Definitely elevated off the surface, lying on top of this other block or slab underneath it. I wonder if this is an opening. Looks like two different types of material as well. I don't know what to make of this piece, but it's got a rather strange design to it. It's about 12 meters across. Check at the right angles here. Straight edges, right angles, and again it's slightly elevated off the surface on the right hand side. That there's about 10 meters across. Check this out. The heck is this? Looks like a little obelisk. Have no idea. Check at these pieces. There's another one of these strange megalithic blocks or structures. We'll have a look at those just now as well. That piece there is about 10 meters long. Check at the rectangular opening here on the one side. And then there's a small disc lying there on the top, and it seems to be embedded into the surface of this larger block underneath it. That disc there is about 3 meters across, and it's got a dome on the top as well. Some type of structure, maybe like a hangar design, who knows. Everything's so devastated. You're looking at these parts. The piece at the top there is about 15 meters long. Look at the strange design to it. Got these slots at regular intervals, and that seems to be repeated at the top. Look at the 2 slots here, the rounded design. Another one of these strange parts, it looks as if it's folded. 2 triangular parts, some symmetry and geometry going on there. And then this is a weird piece to the right. Got this narrow part on top, but look at the rounded sides to this thing. And the center of this rounded part, we've got a small little dome. And it's also elevated above the surface. Get the shadow. And then this looks like a fossilized spine. It's weird. It's about 15 meters long. Look at the segments to it. Slightly hollow on the one side as well. Looks like some type of bone. And these look very similar, these 2 parts. A lot like a spine. Nothing else like it in this photograph. And it's the first time I've seen anything like this on Mars. This hollowed out part makes me think of some type of bone or joints. Check out this piece. That's about 5 meters long and about 1/2 meter wide. Seen a couple of these on Mars too. Looks like some type of little monolith. Look at the uniform depth to it as well. And it's got like these darker areas carved into the one side. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And it's definitely got right angles, straight edges to it as well. Right, let's have a look at that site and some of the other anomalies near here. So it's right there in a small circular depression. Let's have a look at those objects in summary. You know what, this part and that part there looks slightly similar. It's rather strange. Okay, then to the northwest, there's another site. This is about, let's see, 200 kilometers away. Another disk, the strange crescent design to it, that bevel, cut in the shape of an arc. This looks like a piece of metal sheet. The very straight edges and right angles to that. And also elevated on the right hand side. Another piece like it. Triangle. A small protrusion on its center. Maybe that's a hole and a hatch, who knows. Check at that block and the strange design. 90-degree angle there. two small parts joined together with this smaller item there. Also seen so many examples of that on Mars, right? Partial hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it. Check at the block next to it, perfect square. Another one of these pumpkin seed shaped objects. Okay, then to the top right, about 300 kilometers from the site, we've got these anomalies. Let's just move that over. Check at this design. Looks like some type of entranceway. Right there. The way these two narrow parts have been placed. Equal angles. And then this part on top seems to be metallic. To get the opening there on top of it as well, parallel with this side. There's that strange container-like anomaly with an opening and a disc lying right there in its opening. Could that be some type of hanger? Don't know. Another weird disc over here with a V shape in it, covered in some material, but I don't know what this is. Maybe this is some type of wreckage. Look at the way these things have been bent, ripped apart as well. That's what it looks like. Okay, one more site. There's another one of these weird parts. It looks like an amphitheater design. Definitely a rounded, convex in shape. Look at the symmetry and geometry to this piece. One of many. There's another disc. Definitely has a convex design to it. There's another piece that looks like a fossilized bone. I don't know what else to make of these. Sculpted pieces perhaps. Another disc design with a four-sided object in the middle. Strange disc, but there's an artifact in the photo. So it's slightly broken up here to the left. I can't say for sure what that is, but it's also a disc-shaped object. Another one of these strange designs. This one here is just a bit bigger. And it's right in the center of this object. Okay, one last one. To get these parts right in the centers of those larger blocks. Another dome-like feature, very similar to this one. This is rather strange. I've seen a similar one in Kotka with Stokes crater. It's got a rectangular base to it, and then this long narrow piece on top, and next to it a small spherical object like the letter I. The one in Stokes or Kotka is just 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Also looks very similar to this. That's it for this one. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Let's chat about what these could be in the comments below. To my new subscribers, welcome on board. I hope you like the work and research. If you haven't subbed yet and you'd like to consider clicking on subscribe, hit the bell and click on the option all. That way you'll know when I upload the next one. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.